Hey, what's going on, guys? Alright, so we're gonna be doing a voiceover for some multiplayer videos that I have because they did not come out with audio for some reason. I think something went wrong with the Elgato and the chat link, so perfect time for me to test out the voiceover on these kind of things. So pretty much they changed the Destiny combat system pretty well, I'd say, because I like the changes and everyone I played with liked the changes as well. They changed some problems that were in the last game, I suppose. So like people spamming revives and trials, that would be kind of a problem because then they spam over shields, and unless you had like a sniper or a heavy weapon, they'd get out of there. Now, for instance, they added a little barrier when you're reviving somebody or picking up heavy ammo where if you take damage it interrupts it and you have to restart at 0. So now if someone sees you doing a revive and they land a shot on you, that revive no longer counts. I kind of like those kind of changes, like them a lot. So we're gonna go over other changes that were pretty major. Big fan of them as well. So as you can see in the bottom right screen, that little yellow diamond shape, well, that's a revive token, and the way they work is when you pick somebody up or die, you lose your revive token. That is the only way you can pick people up in the game mode countdown. Hopefully, I really hope anyways, that this game is what the new Trials is, because I think it's a really good system, keeps people from camping. It keeps people not from camping, but from it being like a standoff between the two teams, like a stalemate until the point spawns, because it's like a objective based kind of game mode, but it's also sort of like Trials but 4v4. Big fan of the 4v4 as well. I think it allows for there to be bigger pushes and better split pushes instead of just having two people push one lane while one goes into the other. You can now split it equally, 2 and 2 for instance. And you can also just do 4-man pushes to sweep the entire map. I like the new system a lot. Some of the new guns seem kind of underpowered, but the Nightshade pulse rifle, that was a pretty good gun. So pretty much that was the meta weapon for the beta. Honestly, that and the Nurgle, but I'd never really liked the Nurgle. I'll use the assault rifle in this clip because that's what I was using at the time. This was obviously recorded before the voiceover, so I'm just kind of watching it over, recording the voiceover as well. Keep in mind, this is my first voiceover. This is more of like a test run for me, considering that there's only going to be a few personal friends that watch this video anyways. This is mainly for you to criticize me heavily on how shitty the video is, as you always do and never fail to do. So, but the new way that the power weapons are too, they threw shotguns and snipers in there as well, and I really like that because it really limits the power weapons to the only weapons that can one-shot somebody. So like for instance, special, well no, heavy is power, special is energy, and primary is kinetic. Kinetic and energy weapons, so your primary and special weapons, no longer can one-hit people. So shotguns, snipers, fusion rifles, those are now in the power weapon section, or as in Destiny 1, the heavy weapon section. That is game changing, and that is very, very much better than the last system, because before your special ammo would get wiped before every round in Trials, people would be ending games really quickly because they'd run up with a Matador, wiping an entire team, because after they killed the whole team, they'd fill up with special ammo. And then when they switched to the special ammo not carrying over in between rounds, people were running around with a uni and killing everybody. Universal shotgun, just end everybody. If not that, then a no-land. Icebreaker. So people were still carrying around one-shot weapons that they didn't have to work for ammo for. That is no longer a thing as of the beta. That is a very good mechanic in my opinion, so that people need to actually work for not special ammo, the power ammo. in order to actually one-shot somebody. That is way better than how it was, as it emphasizes the use of the primaries, such as the auto rifles and stuff without elementals, kinetic, and special, which is energy, which are the exact same thing as your kinetics, but with an element. Now, you can just camp the entire round until you get heavy ammo, because it spawns much quicker, as in like 15 seconds. No, not 15 seconds. Like let's see, like 15 seconds is when they alert you. But I'm pretty sure it's like a minute or somewhere around there that it actually spawns. It's a pretty quick respawn time, and you can get it every round. I like that. You can get it every single round. So the problem is, though, is that if you're playing against people that aren't complete idiots, they're going to be watching over the heavy, and it only takes one bullet to interrupt that. So going for heavy is now more challenging, and you have to really work for that weapon, unless you just clear an area and then you have some heavy weapon ammo free for you. That is pretty much going to change the way that Destiny multiplayer is for everybody, and put things on a more fair scale for those who don't have a god roll Matador, Destiny 1 for example, or a Icebreaker, another example, or a Uni, or anything that really could one-shot you in the primary and specials sections. Now it's being limited just to power ammo, and that is something that is very good. Also, in the beta, this new countdown mode is great because it adds kind of like a demolition effect, or no, more like search and destroy effect from Call of Duty, for example, but only the timers are much longer than the like 45 seconds or whatever they give you in Call of Duty. And it really, there's no shown timer, you just have to estimate it, and it's always fun when you're defusing the bomb, because you either know you're going to defuse it, or if you're getting close, it really gets you nervous. It makes you happy when you finally get that defuse. And if your team gets wiped for any reason, and you think that's going to go off, you think that bomb is going to go off while they're defusing, it is so satisfying to watch it drop and kill the entire team, because it counts as kills too. Also, if you've noticed, at the end of every round in every game, instead of there being KD, there is now efficiency. That counts kills, assists, and I'm pretty sure objectives into it, so that those who like do all the work, like let's say, for example, in Destiny 1, if you were team shotting, then it would count for both of you, and both of you would get the kill. But if someone, unfortunately, were to work for a kill and they deserve the kill and it gets stolen, it is not their kill. It's not their kill. They then last hit. And the problem is that all these really good players who are like more like supported teammates that do call outs, they scout out areas, they play objective, they play smart, not aggressive, they can actually get credited for this. And I hope that the new like Destiny Trials reports and all those other websites to check stats incorporates the efficiency instead of the KD, because this is a much more accurate way to rate players based on how good they are, rather than seeing, oh, this guy has a few flawlesses under his belt, but his KD is kind of crap, he must have been carried. But you don't know that. Maybe he just didn't have a Matador or something, and he would light people up, and then he'd have to back off for a little bit, and then someone just comes and one-shots the teammate. That is a kill that he worked for and got robbed from, so now his stats make him look like he's bad, he or she saying. But this is much more accurate and fair to players all around the game. Like now every now and then you're gonna get the occasional bad players that get 1 or 2 shots, and that counts as their kill too, and yeah, that could maybe be a problem, but this is way more fair and accurate than the last Destiny system already. So even if those bad players are getting somewhat credited, it won't be as much as the good players, and there will be a dramatic like difference between them and the ones who really aren't carrying their own weight. You'll be able to see that inefficiency. It won't be ignored. Overall, I think the game's a great game, so it's going to be pretty great. Make sure to pick it up if you enjoyed Destiny 1. I feel like this is going to fix all the problems that were in that. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. See ya.